Of course, if you've been watching the right-hand side of your screen there, we've been showing you what's happening right now over New Mexico, where Virgin Galactic is launching its first tourist mission to the edge of space. There are 3 passengers on board. And the CBC's Chris Reyes is not on board, but she's tracking the story. She joins me now live from New York. Okay, hey, Chris, take us through the details of this flight.
Hey, Arthi, very much not on board. My feet both on the ground here, and I am paying attention to you, but I'm also paying attention to this launch that just happened about 30 seconds ago. And let me just walk our viewers to exactly what they saw. So what you're seeing was the space plane attached to a mothership, and once that mothership reached a height of about 15 kilometers, then that space plane is released, and that's what we saw about a minute ago. And then that space plane will carry those tourists about 80 kilometers up, just at the edge of space. You know, we've covered a few of these things now, and if you've heard about the Kármán line, that's 100 kilometers into the air, and that's essentially what's understood by some as the edge of space, or the border between Earth's atmosphere and space. And so they're just going to be a little bit under that. So once they get there, they'll actually be able to, the tourists, be able to unbelt and float a little bit. So they'll take sweeping views of the Earth, and then the space plane will glide back home, and then it lands on the runway. And, you know, we were just listening to, right before that plane separated from the mothership, some of the stories of the tourists on board, and that's really inspiring. So you've got Keisha Shahaf and her daughter. She's 46 years old. Her daughter's only 18 years old. Arthi, they won this ticket, which is now at a cost of about $450,000. They won it essentially in a lottery. There was a fundraiser. They bought a ticket. They won. And they were just talking about, in a video that they showed before the takeoff, about how much they dreamed. They both dreamed about going into space. But being from Antigua, they didn't think that was possible. And so they feel that this experience they're having right now is something that they can share with others to keep pursuing their dreams. And that's the message that you're also getting from one of the other passengers, and that is John Goodwin. John Goodwin was among the first to buy a ticket for this flight back in 2005, and he had to keep waiting because there's been so many delays, and he's finally getting to do that now. And he's 80 years old. He's a British Olympian. He has Parkinson's disease, and he actually thought that diagnosis was going to stop him from getting to do this. And he wants this flight to be a message to others to keep pursuing their dreams despite adversity. And I'm just looking on my screen right now and seeing them floating in space. It'll be so interesting to hear, Arthi, what they think about that experience, because what we've heard from the others who have gone into space, whether it's on SpaceX or in Bezos's plane, that it's been really transformative, even those few minutes, to really be able to look down on Earth and to go and look up and see the darkness of space. So it'll be interesting to hear from them once they land back on the ground.
And of course, we're going to keep monitoring this voyage, expected to be about 90 minutes. Thanks for the latest. That is the CBC's Chris Reyes in New York.